Welcome to the Joey's Movie Blog Podcast. I'm your host, Joey Strandberg, and today joining me is CertainVids.
Hello there.
So kind of tell the audience where they could find you and what you do on YouTube.
You can find me on pretty much all the socials: Letterboxd, Twitter, Instagram at CertainVids, and YouTube. CertainVids. I make video essays on movies as well as short films. So if you like that kind of stuff, feel free to check me out. That would be appreciated. But yeah, thanks for having me on.
No problem. I've actually been wanting to collab with you for a while.
Right. Yeah.
I've just been trying to get some stuff figured out, but so our first topic is the Suicide Squad trailer. So
All
we've
right.
had two Suicide Squad trailers. We've had the Red Man trailer, and then we've had the one that premiered at Godzilla versus Kong, and it later came onto YouTube. So,
Right.
what were your thoughts on the Suicide Squad trailer?
I would say both of them are great. I prefer probably the first one by a little bit. Although the second one seems more action packed and just like your normal trailer. But both of them look great. I think this is gonna be another home run for James Gunn after both Guardians movies, which are like top tier. So yeah, I think it looks fun. I think it looks. Hopefully, it is good. But even if it isn't, I think it just looks like a good time, which is something I want to have after not having that with the first Suicide Squad movie. So yeah, it looks good. It looks good.
Yeah. So, I'm like many people, am not a big fan of this 2016 Suicide Squad movie.
Right.
I think that movie is a huge pile of crap, and
Yeah.
but like this movie, like it's like so many. I have said multiple times, like there's some comic designs that I think ridiculous, but then you have John Cena coming in with like wearing a gigantic metal condom on his head, and like I just like how it's embracing the 60s comics. And one thing I will say is it actually feels like a Suicide Squad movie and not uh whatever it was, that like a 2 hour
Yeah.
music video.
Yeah. 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 I see that. It feels like what a Suicide Squad movie should be like. Like it shouldn't really be like Guardians of the Galaxy, which is like what they were going for. But you do have the Guardians of the Galaxy director, but it still feels like it feels different from that stuff. You know,
Yeah.
it feels like what a Suicide Squad movie should be. And James Gunn has said like if this was like a comic run, like this is he's like continuing off of the comic run. So, it feels like vibrant. It feels like what it should feel like. I would say.
Yeah, and then I'm also like King Shark basically just stole the entire trailer for me.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, like the whole the nom
And
nom clip. Yeah, the hand.
and yeah,
And
that
then
was
I
nice.
also love that Sylvester Stallone is playing King Shark.
I did not know that previously. I
Oh
just recently
yeah,
found that out.
like well, like they didn't, like I knew Sylvester Stallone was going to be in the movie, but
Yeah,
like they didn't confirm who he was playing.
right.
I either thought King Shark was going to be played by like I know Taika Waititi is cast
Yeah,
in
he's
the
in the
movie.
movie. I don't know who he's playing yet. I think they
Like
want to keep that a surprise. I think they want to keep that a surprise.
I thought Starro, but then and then they James Gunn came out and confirmed on Twitter that he's not playing Starro.
So I don't know who he could be playing, but I think they want to keep that like a mystery until the movie comes out. I think that's what
Yeah,
they're doing.
and uh, I'm also excited to see the character of Peacemaker, mainly because he's getting his own spin-off show.
Right. Yeah, he's getting his HBO Max series.
Yeah, which I'm excited for just because it's James Gunn.
Yeah, I think it's I don't know. I'll have to see what he's like in the movie, but so far he seems pretty dope. So I would
Yeah,
I'm excited for that series. I think it's probably going to be fun.
yeah, and then we
Oh,
got Polka Dot
okay.
Man.
Yeah, played by what's his name? He's in everything.
His first, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but I know his first
Is it
name's
David?
David.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me check the cast real quick.
But like what's weird
Um
is like I just find it funny that we're getting all these D-list characters like
yeah.
Savant played by Michael Rooker from Walking Dead and Guardians of the Galaxy.
Um I'm not seeing him. Oh, David Dasmauchen. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not sure though. I'm pretty sure that's his name. So I don't know.
That
But
dude is literally like it's weird cuz like he was in The Dark Knight,
he was in The Dark
um
Knight. He
Ant-Man,
was
Ant-Man and the
in
Wasp.
he's in The Flash,
Oh,
the
he
show.
wasn't he Weather Wizard?
No, he's
Oh.
Abracadabra on The
Oh,
Flash.
I haven't
He's
seen the
in the
show in forever.
he's is he no he's not in Inception. Is he in another Nolan film?
Uh
He's in Prisoners, which is Villeneuve.
oh yeah.
Um, he's I know he's in more stuff than that, but he's everywhere. He's in everything. He has a
One
great range. He's a
second.
great actor.
Yeah, he knows how to definitely dis well, I wouldn't say he disappears in a role anymore because like now when I see him I'm like, "Oh, it's that guy."
Right. Yeah.
He's going to be in the Dune movie.
Okay. Okay.
And and he was in Blade Runner 2049. He was in Gotham.
Oh, was he? I actually have not seen Gotham, so
I definitely somewhat recommend it. It has its low points as well,
okay.
but it has a lot of high points. But then, of course, I'm excited to see Harley Quinn.
Right.
Uh, but the main question: who do you think is gonna die?
I think most of them are gonna die. I think the only one. I think Harley Quinn will survive. I think Peacemaker might survive because of the show, but that could just be a prequels. I don't
I
know.
think
But
that's a pre. I heard that was a prequel
if
series.
if it's a prequel, then Peacemaker might die. Um,
Nathan
Weez,
Fillion's character is gonna die for sure.
what's his name? Weasel. Weasel might die. uh, I think King Shark will live.
Yeah, they
Um,
can't like they're like King Shark is already a merchandising opportunity.
yeah. So I don't think he dies. I think Deadshot. Um, I think he survives, and that might be the only people that survive. I think everybody else.
I think my Ratcatcher might survive, maybe.
I think the Thinker. He's not in the squad, but
I think he's kind of more of like the person they need to get for info. Like that's the role I think he's gonna play.
yeah. So I think he's gonna probably survive, but maybe not. Uh, what's his name? Joel Kinman? Is that his name? Um,
Yeah.
I think he will die. That's what I'm going with now. I could
My
be
main
wrong, but
question with Rick Flag in this movie is who has his back?
that's true. That's true. I don't know.
And then I think Pete Davidson is gonna just die first.
Um, I th- I think yeah, I think that's likely.
I
But
either think
I have a feeling like 75% of them are gonna die. That's what I'm
yeah,
thinking.
yeah. I either think Pete Davidson is gonna die first or Savant is gonna die first.
Because I know because this is not a reboot. I don't think this is like the same
It's a
continuity.
soft reboot. It's not like you have to watch the first Suicide Squad just to know who these characters or like know
Right,
what's
right,
going on. But
right.
James Gunn did say he's going to honor David Ayer, which I
Okay.
think is dope.
So I would say, um, what was I going to say? I totally forgot what I was going to say. So never mind.
uh, yeah. So I'm trying to. We see. I don't know if you remember. Is it Javelin or something like that?
Yeah, I think so.
What I find interesting is that we actually see Harley with his javelin spear thing.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I think he's gonna die most likely.
I think
Mainly
probably
because he's Mongal, I think, is gonna die. Um
probably yeah, like I said, like 75% of the
yeah.
of the
I
team will
think a
die.
lot of the D-list characters they're bringing in are just gonna just like there's so many characters that I see and like I'm excited to see them, but I'm like
Right.
you're gonna die in like the first. You're not even gonna make like
Like
I
I'm
don't know.
glad you're here, but you're not gonna stay.
Yeah, but I mean
Like that's basically what it is.
the cast of this movie is extraordinary.
It's a great cast. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, filled with so many fantastic actors. Like, well, I wouldn't go as far as to say John Cena is a fantastic actor, but
But he's
I
a
know
pretty big
he.
name, so
Yeah, but
yeah,
I think he's gonna bring a lot of. Because like I'll say this about John Cena, he has charisma.
that's true. Yeah.
That's kind of how I feel about The Rock because like I don't think The Rock is a good actor at all, but I think he has a lot of great charisma in his uh
Yeah, I would say both of them have good like screen personality
yeah.
or presence, but they're both not the best actors. Even though Rock is like one of the highest paying actors in the world, so they're both really popular, but
Yeah.
they're big names, but they're not the best actors. But I think John Cena, like he usually does like this weird comedy stuff. Here he actually looks funny, so I'll give him that.
Yeah. Alrighty then. So our next topic, we got some DC news lately.
All right, all right.
So one my screen sharing is not cooperating with me right now. While we wait for that, so speaking of The Rock, ooh, okay, finally. Uh we got our so Black Adam is scheduled for July of 2022.
Right,
Uh and we got some casting news that James Bond actor Pierce Brosnan is playing Dr. Fate in the Black Adam movie. So all I really know about the Black Adam movie is that it's I guess it's a prequel to Shazam and we got the Justice Society of America in it.
right. Yeah. Um, I'm pretty excited for the movie. I hope it's not like a generic rock film. I hope it's good, but I think I love this casting. I think it's Pierce Brosnan is probably my favorite James Bond. So because that's the Bond I grew up with. So I have a little bit of bias there, but I do like him as an actor. I think he's great. I think the Doctor Fate character, really cool character. He's like I wouldn't say he's like the DC Doctor Strange, but he kind of is. But
Yeah.
but yeah, like back in DC fandom, they announced that the Justice Society of America is going to be there and all that. Atom Smasher, Doctor Fate, that got me really excited. And this is just adding to the excitement because
Yeah.
I think this is great. This is great casting.
This movie has been in development for like 6 years. Yeah.
Years.
Like
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever played the Injustice video games. Have you?
Uh, yes.
Okay. So like I guess like there was a lot of comparisons to the Black Adam in the first Injustice game to The Rock. And so like that
Right.
started all
Right.
these petitions to get The Rock casted as Black Adam.
Right. Yeah.
And
I
of
remember
course,
that.
and I mean, honestly, I don't know who else I would personally pick for Black Adam.
Cuz he's not a bad casting.
Yeah.
I would Yeah, I don't know who I'd pick to be honest. I'm sure there are better like there are oh god. There are definitely better actors than him out there, but I don't know. Maybe some unknown actor would fit the role, but as far
Yeah.
as popular actors go, Rock is like the only one coming to my mind.
Yeah. And I mean, like, I cannot wait because, like, I can't wait for the day I get to see Zachary Levi and The Rock face down. And I'm also excited because like, I'm also curious because, like, uh, we got Aldous Hodge from The Invisible Man playing Hawkman, who I'm going to be
Right.
honest, I know nothing about Hawkman outside of seeing him in the background of things. And I didn't really like him on Legends of Tomorrow
Okay.
either.
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever seen Legends
Oh
of
yes, I
Tomorrow.
have. Yeah, I've seen him.
And then we also got uh, some more. Uh, one second. Uh, so then we also got some more DC news. So DC just canceled a couple of their upcoming once upcoming movies, New Gods and The Trench. So
Right.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I forgot these movies were even being made.
Yeah, I forgot. I thought they got canceled a long time ago, if I'm being honest. But yeah, apparently they were still in development. So
I
yeah,
didn't
they
know. Like, I kind of figured when they announced New Gods, like it was at a time when DC was having horrible management. Like, well, they still have pretty terrible management now, but
right.
um, yeah, the whole like New Gods, I kind of figured like, yeah, that's not gonna happen. The Trench is like, what were like? It's kind of hard for me to imagine a movie about the Trench from Aquaman.
Right. Right.
And like I see people on Twitter complaining that they canceled these movies.
Yeah, I see it. Um I really don't care about these movies as much as the other ones, to be honest. But like I think the reasoning for canceling it is a little stupid, yeah. I think they
Yeah,
said
wasn't it
because
because the
they wanted
success of
to
the
yeah, they wanted to like space out the appearances of Darkseid. uh I don't understand why, but okay, you do you. It's stupid, but yeah, I don't understand that reasoning. It's just weird. Like, of all the reasons to cancel those movies, and I'm not saying there are a lot of reasons to cancel the movies. I'm just saying I just forgot about them. I thought they weren't being made, but apparently they were. So instead of just being like, "Hey, we're not gonna make the movies," they decide to come up with the weirdest reason in all of existence. So
Yeah, like
yeah, that just doesn't sit well with me.
I was actually surprised to even like. I remember when the new Gods movie was announced, and I immediately thought, "Yeah, that's not going to happen."
Yeah, I never really knew if it was going to happen. I was just like cool, but I'm not really like as invested in these movies anymore. Zack Snyder's movies were like the one thing that I enjoyed, and even they have their flaws. So,
Yeah, like I also just wasn't happy with the direction Wonder Brothers was going at the time with the whole,
yeah,
and I have mixed feelings about how they're going with their direction now. Uh,
I think they were on the right track for a little bit. With after like, because like I'm not saying Aquaman's a good movie, but like it made money. People clearly enjoyed it, so like they were on the right track for a little bit. And then Shazam, a lot of people like Shazam. And then they just kind of like with the Snyder Cut, they just kind of I don't know, it just like complete left turn. Like I don't know what they started doing, but
like
their management just became really really bad.
yeah, and then the whole like, and then just like the whole Ray Fisher situation as well,
Oh
kind of.
yeah,
Uh, and then I
right.
mean, then uh, I mean, Wonder Woman 84 didn't turn out the way a lot
Yeah.
of people thought it would. And then Birds of Prey underperformed as well. So uh, I think like I think Black Adam, the Batman, and the Flash look somewhat well. Batman looks for sure promising.
Yeah.
Then I'm curious about Black Adam and the Flash. Oh, and then the Amber Heard situation. They're not doing so
Mm,
well.
yeah.
uh,
Or the thing with Ezra that happened a while back. I
the
think
whole thing
people
when
have kind of forgotten about that. They just kind of didn't really do anything. Like no statement whatsoever. Like they had DC Fandom coming up, and they were just like, "No, we're just gonna let this slide."
it's like Ezra is
But this
like
this random actor though on the Flash, yeah, we're just gonna take those old tweets. Yeah, now fire him. He's gone. But Ezra though, no, he's staying. He's staying. Ezra's our boy. So
yeah.
yeah, I just don't understand that. I just don't understand that. Like their management got really bad around last year. I want to say, and ever since then, it's just been like bad
And
decision after bad
aren't they
decision.
trying to kind of like ignore the like? I don't think they did a really good job of the whole like. They weren't really supportive of the Snyder Cut stuff as well.
Like Snyder Cut comes out, within like 2 days or 3 days, everybody loves it, right? And then Warner Brothers comes out, instead of like banking on the opportunity, like jumping at the chance, like yes, this is what we needed. We're not doing Snyderverse. Like immediately killing the move. Like it is just wow. Like who runs this stuff? I don't know. It's so bad.
Like Walter Hermata has not been making very good decisions, and
No,
with
no.
uh, yeah,
Yeah, he hasn't been
it's
making good movies and he hasn't been making good decisions. So I don't know what to
yeah.
say.
So then earlier today we got a new like this was a last minute topic. We got a new Black Widow trailer.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So and then um And of course, there's the announcement that it's coming July 9th to theaters and on Disney Plus.
Right.
So, what are your thoughts on Black Widow?
I was never excited for the movie. I think I kind of got excited with the last trailer. This one looks decent. I thought this trailer made it look decent. I still don't care for the movie that much, but seeing how Falcon and the Winter Soldier is turning out, this seems to be reminding me of that show in some capacity. My only hope is that they limit the big spectacle stuff, just kind of keep it focused on that, because you can tell there's like a personal story embedded in here somewhere. So keep the focus on that. Florence Pugh's character and David Harbour and like the entire family, keep the focus on that. Have some action, and just get Taskmaster right. That's like the
Yeah.
big one. So you do that, and you're looking good.
I just hope they don't swap Taskmaster out for a boner joke.
Yeah, that'd be a pretty big letdown.
But yeah, so Black Widow, the trailers never really excited me.
Right.
It just looks like
A
I
movie.
don't
It just looks like a movie.
yeah, like it just feels like that movie that you like
Really
it's
don't
like
care
that
about.
yeah, like it's like that movie trailer where it's like, "Huh, that looks fun," but then you just never think about it again.
Right. Yeah. It's basically what it is.
And then I'm also not crazy about like from what I could tell with like that skydiving sequence or whatever that was, it
Right.
just like it that actually killed the trailer for me, the first trailer for me. Cuz like
Yeah, a little bit.
but I mean, I hope that we get some Winter Soldier vibes and of course Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but yeah, doesn't it looks fine. I'm going to watch it. I'll most likely be adding it to my collection of MCU movies, but uh, it just looks like that movie I'm probably just going to put on in the background and look at every once in a while.
Yeah, it just looks like a normal movie. And maybe it turns out to be better than that, but I
I
was
have my
like,
hopes that it's going to be good,
yeah,
at
I
least.
hope it's good. I hope it's good, but it's it's just nothing about it entices me. It's just like I've just been let down so much with the movie side of things. So the TV side is like all I have right now. And if that turns out to not pan out, then I'm done. So, I hope it's good, but I have my doubts following the last couple movies. So, yeah.
Yeah. We don't talk about Spider-Man like
Yeah,
you
we
get
don't talk about that.
passionate about Spider-Man on your
Not as
channel.
much anymore, but yeah, I still do not like that movie at all. So,
I still remember watching your stream when you and Jaren were reacting to your, and
yeah,
it's like, what? And it's like,
what changed?
yeah,
It's crazy, but yeah, I somehow used to enjoy that movie, but now I don't. So
yeah, like
that's
it
just
was
how it
so
is.
bizarre, like, because like I could even tell watching your guys' videos that you were so disappointed.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's like I think Jaren was the one who was like hiding it. I was more so on the train that it's actually a good movie, and then I realized that is not true.
Yeah,
So
like I could tell, like I don't. I had watched Jaren's review back in 2019 when it first came out, and
right,
I used to think it was like, and like now watching it compared to his older videos, like, or his newer videos, like, he was definitely. like trying to hide that whole situation. And then you basically gave it like you changed your opinion in the next video.
Yeah, I did I did one spoiler free review. Then I did a Spider-Man movie ranking, I think, in which I said it was even better than I did in the spoiler-free review. Then I did a MCU sequels, I think, and in that I said it was the second best sequel in the MCU.
No! God! No! God, please, no! 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 No!
And then I did MCU ranked. I think I placed it in the top 5.
I'm vengeance.
And then, and then I think I did a spoiler filled review in which I gave it like an A. So yeah,
I did not.
that's
I don't have a clip saved for.
the
Those were the
third
only
one.
2 clips I downloaded before this stream.
So yeah, and then now I have it like at a 2 out of 10. So yeah, stuff changes.
I'm not that low on it, but I'm not as high on it as I was back in 2019.
Right, right. Yeah, I get that.
I could
get
still watch. I could like. I'm not like you who absolutely hates it. I kind of like it. I think it definitely has a lot of writing issues, though.
that. Oh yeah. I would not put it on if I were to give it a chance. But if it were on, I wouldn't mind watching it. Is kind of where I'm at
I mean,
with the movie.
I liked it enough to buy it. That's
Well, I liked it when I bought it, so my thoughts changed after I bought it. But yeah, I do have it. I'm not gonna put it on unless I'm doing like a marathon or like a watch through of all the movies. So that's like the only time I actually put it on.
and then so our next topic, Falcon and the Winter Soldier had its first 3 episodes.
Yeah.
So this was an MCU show that I was highly looking forward to as soon as it was announced. Like, I love the characters of Sam and Bucky in the MCU.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite MCU well, 2 of my favorite MCU movies are Captain America: Winter Soldier and Civil War.
Yeah. Same here.
And so I had absolutely high expectations. What were your thoughts on the first 3 episodes?
So I was not looking. Well, I was looking forward to the show, but I wasn't as excited for it as I was something like WandaVision. That was like my most hyped one. I watched it. I was liking it. By the end, turns out it sucked. So Falcon is like, this show is like the only thing I had. And I watched it, and I really love it. I think it's awesome. It might go down as like top 3 MCU content for me by the end. So I think it's great. I think what they've done with Sam, I think both Sam and Bucky have like more depth than they've ever had. So I've loved what they've done with the characters. I think they've contributed to the world building, which is weird because usually they do stuff that, messes up the world building, but this time they're actually contributing to it. And Zemo's back. Zemo's honestly awesome. He's like, I've been seeing stuff around how he's different than he was in Civil War, and that's true. But I still think you can see that same version of Zemo there. It's just that he's not gonna be that specific version because his plan kind of succeeded, kind of failed. Mostly succeeded, but so he's not going to be that exact person. But you can tell his personalities there. They kind of retcon the fact that he's actually a Baron, which it's cool. Like it's more like the comics, so cool. But they don't sacrifice his character for that, I don't think. And we get the amazing Zemo dance gif out of it, so that's just a win-win. But yeah, I think the show's been great. It's absolutely better than WandaVision within the first 3 episodes. I'm confident in saying that. And it might be one of my favorite MCU properties by the time it's over.
Yeah, so far I have been really digging this show. This is like my style. Like the thing is like if I were to make a comic book movie, it would be very similar to, it would be kind of in a more grounded story. And I really, my one complaint so far is I am not completely sold on the Flag Smashers yet. I'm going to wait to judge my opinion on them when this season is over.
Okay.
The writing so far has been absolutely fantastic.
I agree.
The action is some of the best in the MCU so far.
Yes. I would say 1 and 2, I wasn't digging the choreography as much. But they stepped it up in episode 3 for sure.
Yeah, and Sharon was just awesome. Like,
Yeah.
she was kind of just there in Winter Soldier and Civil War. But here I'm really excited that I hope they give her character more, like they flesh her character out more throughout the series. I really like what they're doing with Zemo so far.
Yeah.
And then the writing is like top tier MCU writing for me.
Yeah, so far it's been great. I'm currently I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna look at it more critically, see if it does hold up. But so far, it's held up pretty well.
Yeah.
There's no real. I don't know what people are talking about with the wokeness. There's no wokeness. It's exploring stuff pretty naturally, and the stuff it's exploring, it's good to explore that stuff, especially with a character like Sam, who's been just a normal character for so
Yeah.
long. So yeah, I think the show's great.
I don't know if you know who Overlord DVD is.
I do not.
So he is one of his like alter ego is this like this discount Doctor Doom villain named Doomcock.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah,
he
I do know
made this
Doomcock.
he
I
made
do know
this
Doomcock.
video talking about how apparently Falcon and the Winter Soldier has just had a drop in viewership because their people are tired of wokeness.
Yeah. I've heard about that. I've heard about that video. It's not woke. Come on. It's just, there's nothing SJW here. There's nothing, to even imply that, to be honest. It's, everything happening makes sense. That's basically how I see it.
Yeah, like I honestly just think that people are throwing the word woke out because Falcon is black.
Yeah, like any sort of racial issue. Oh, it's just woke. It's just
Like,
SJW stuff.
People threw the whole woke thing at Black Panther.
Yeah,
when
I remember that.
even despite the fact that it takes place in Africa.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that word is thrown around too much. it definitely does not apply to this show.
Like-
Even if there are issues in the show, which again I'm gonna look at it again, see if it holds up. Even if there are issues in the show, it has nothing to do with the racial issues that they're exploring.
I mean, my issue, I really liked the pilot episode, but I had some issues that I thought they didn't like bite into the meat as much as I wanted them to and for the pilot episode, and I felt like they didn't bite into it enough, but it was still enough to make me want to watch the rest of the series.
Well, I just think like it just feels like a giant movie
Yeah,
just cut at the right spots. So I wasn't like a movie is not going to like a movie's going to set up stuff in its first act, but it's not going to like you're really going to get into the meat towards the second act because that's where the conflicts usually arrive or the turn of the story usually is. That's where things come. That's maybe the protagonist and antagonist meet. You know what I'm talking about. So it's like that's where usually the meat is. Air quotes. That's usually where the meat is. So whereas WandaVision was like a sitcom, this is like a normal MCU movie, just cut at the right spots.
This is a spy espionage movie.
Right. This is a spy espionage movie set in the world of the MCU that's being cut at the right spots to make it feel like a TV show. And I think they've been doing a great job with that. It just, every episode ends perfectly. I think the first episode, the ending was like really abrupt and I was like caught off guard.
I was too. And I'll admit, I kind of found it a little cheesy how they introduced Wyatt Russell as John Walker. I'm not saying Captain America. I felt it was a little bit cheesy with how he smiled and all that, but I mean, they made his face look punchable. So
yeah, that's true.
And then episode 2 I thought was great again. I really enjoyed Sam and Bucky, their banter and all that. That truck chase scene was mind-blowing. I enjoyed how we got to see how they're a bit more in conflict with John Walker, and also just getting to know John Walker as well.
Yeah, they've been doing a good job with that.
And then episode 3, which I see a lot of people complaining about episode 3.
Yeah, I do too.
But that was my favorite episode so far.
Yeah, I would agree. It's my favorite for sure.
It's one of those shows where each episode just keeps getting better. So like my ranking is 3, 2, 1.
Same.
And I got a lot of John Wick vibes from the nightclub, is what I call it a nightclub or just a regular.
It's just like a party, like a club.
I got some John Wick vibes, and then come to find out, I go on Twitter to find out that it's actually written by a John Wick writer.
Oh, I actually did not know that.
Yeah, and the action once again. They keep topping the action sequences. And then Zemo, like Daniel Bruhl as Zemo.
Perfect casting.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
I liked him in Civil War a lot. I
would say, even back then, I would say he was the best MCU villain.
Ooh,
that's I don't know if that's a hot take, but now I am confident in saying he is the best MCU villain.
Yeah. And
sure.
I'm very curious to see where they're going to take him in the show, because I just know that he is going to betray them at some point.
I know they're not. I'm really liking this trio thing we have, but I know it's not going to stick. So, and we know there's a shot in the trailer where Bucky is like holding him at gunpoint. So I'm interested in seeing what's gonna happen. My guess is that happens episode 4, maybe 5. Definitely happens before
Yeah.
the finale. So
And then I'm looking
yeah,
forward to like that cliffhanger last episode with is it Okoye is how you pronounce it?
that's the that's another character. I can't remember her name. She's in Civil War. She's the she's the woman who tells Black Widow, "Move or you will be moved."
Yeah.
I don't know her name, but yeah, it is
But
her.
it's Denaya Guerrera's character, but I'm very curious
Yeah,
to know we're gonna take that direction.
yeah.
Um,
I think that's a cool touch though, because like, it's like I think that contributes to the world building a little more because like Zemo's out, Zemo's out of prison. Bucky and Sam are not the only people who've had to deal with Zemo. So,
yeah,
and where they are, they're in Madripoor. That's not the only place that's gonna care about Zemo. So it's cool that you're doing this thing where like other countries and other people are they're looking for him now that he's out. And I like that they threw in that bit with the government too, like White or not White, but John Walker and Lamar Hoskins. They know about what they did. So it's like I've seen people say, like the John Walker wasn't as prominent in this episode, and that's true. But it's like the touch that they added, it betters the writing because it's like without him, what's the government up to? You don't really know. What are they doing? It makes them seem incompetent in a way. So I'm glad they threw that in there. But yeah, the touch with the again, I don't know her name, but
Okoye.
Okoye is the other character, right? The one who teams up with Nat in Infinity War.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's her. I don't know this character, but yeah, I like that she's here. I like that she's here.
yeah. I will say I was actually expecting episode 3 to be like a prison break episode where they're trying to break out Zemo.
Oh,
That's what I
okay.
thought at the beginning of the episode when they're coming up with like the plan and everything. And
I just
then
thought they'd immediately be there, to be honest.
yeah, and then they subverted my expectations by just having Zemo show up.
Yeah.
And then the score is fantastic as well.
Yes,
Um,
for sure, for sure. You got Henry Jackman back, so
yeah, and Winter
good.
Soldier is one of my favorite MCU scores out there.
For sure, for sure.
And then I'm trying to think of other things. The opening action sequence of episode 1, I really liked.
Yeah, that was probably the better of the action scenes. Probably the one specifically the aerial battle stuff the was pretty good. The other stuff wasn't as fond of, but it was all okay.
Yeah. But my one issue, and I'm going to wait until the final episode to decide if I like these characters or not, is the Flag Smashers.
Okay.
I
Okay.
haven't really been sold on them to really root for them.
I'm sold on them. I think Carly Morgenthau, uh, you've done enough with her to where like her blowing up the car and killing those innocent people. It makes more sense now because it's like, oh, she's going off the deep end. So I'm liking what they're doing there. I'm liking what they're doing there.
I will say one thing. I don't think the conversations about this show are as interesting as they were with WandaVision.
Yeah, people just seem to be not talking about it, which Fine by me. Less fan theories, the better. But
Thank God the fan theory, because like
I mean, they're hinting at something again with episode 5. I just think it's going to be like Falcon finally becoming Cap or something. But
yeah,
I don't know. Maybe somebody's in this show. I don't know. Maybe it's Logan. Maybe it's Logan. I don't know. But yeah, I'm really glad there's less discourse. It just makes everything much better.
They bring in Hugh Jackman just to make him turn out to be some guy.
I don't know. Wow.
Yeah, I loved I was really invested in WandaVision, and I was so disappointed by how some of it wrapped up.
I don't like that show anymore. I'm gonna be honest. I don't.
It was so weird when I saw that one tweet of yours when you talked about WandaVision sucking.
Which one?
But like, it was like a complete 180. But at the same time, I kind of expect that from you.
Are you? I don't know which one you're talking about.
I don't even know what it was.
I don't remember. I know I remember saying WandaVision is not good, but I don't remember like a specific tweet dedicated to that.
I don't even remember. Like, it was one that I replied to, like something like, "Wow, you took a 180 or something like that."
Was it about the finale? I may have tweeted about the finale.
Maybe
something about that. I don't know.
But like, I was so like, because like you had hyped up that show for every single week.
Yeah, I was enjoying it a lot. But then the finale kind of just ruins the whole thing for me, to be honest.
That's kind of how I feel. Like Game of Thrones as well.
Yeah, it's some shows are notorious for that. So
Walking
hopefully
Dead.
Falcon the Winter Soldier doesn't do the same thing.
I just hope that we're not talking about this. We're not like on this another live stream. Like what would it be 3 weeks from now? Just trashing the season and giving it like F's and all that.
Yeah, I hope not, but
You never
we'll
know. And I guess now we're just at the end of the show discussion,
All right.
which at this segment we just talk about nothing.
Just talk about nothing. All right. All right.
So did you watch any good movies?
No. I saw Godzilla vs. Kong, which was fun. It was fun.
I haven't seen that yet.
Not a great movie, but I enjoyed it. Before that, I watched. Oh, actually, no. I lied. I did watch Saw 3 this morning. And that was about as good, if not better, than the first two. So yeah, that was good. Good trilogy right there. I watched I'm Thinking of Ending Things the day before yesterday because I saw I liked it. I watched something else. Oh yeah, Amazing Spider-Man 1. Still goated.
We can't have you on here without having you talk about how those movies are the best movies of all time.
Yeah, it's true. But I watched that. Anything before that, I don't recall. Let me check Letterboxd just to make sure. But I think that's what I've done so far.
I know lately I've just been watching a lot. Like I haven't really sat down to just watch a full movie.
I did watch The Father.
I want to see that one.
That was amazing. It was so good. Fantastic movie. So
I'm really looking forward to seeing that one, and uh,
it's so good. It's so good. It's
yeah,
I'd say it's kind of perfect, kind of a masterpiece to be honest.
just let me know something. Is it better than Amazing Spider-Man 2?
Well, yeah, writing wise, yeah, it is better. I still prefer Amazing Spider-Man 2, but
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
I mean, yeah, I do prefer it, but Father is the better movie. I will say that.
That's a fair assumption. Uh, and then, but yeah, I've mostly just been watching just TV. Like I've been watching. I don't know if you've ever seen Young Justice or not.
Oh yeah, yeah, I've seen it.
I've been watching through because HBO Max and yeah,
Right.
normally like I watch Kong Skull Island, which I enjoy. Not on a writing level or anything. Just
Right.
uh, I watched King of the Monsters, which I do not enjoy.
Same.
Um, then but yeah, and then trying to and I watched Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and then I've been playing through Ghost of Tsushima lately,
Oh, okay, okay. That's,
which I don't know if you've played that one.
oh, I have. It's great.
Yeah, I still haven't beat the game yet,
Oh,
which
well, I don't. I haven't played the game. I just like watch it as like a movie.
you're one of
It,
those
it
people.
I play games. I just don't play every game. So if I hear like good stuff about a game, I'm gonna be like, I'll watch it. So I can't say anything about the gameplay, but story wise, it's a good story. It's a great story.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it, even though I think that at times I kind of stopped playing just because of how repetitive it gets at times.
Oh,
Like
okay.
that's kind of how it's a little bit like. And I'm gonna say this: I'm not invested in the story like I would be, like I am with like Last of Us and all that. So that's kind of where I fall on Ghost of Tsushima so far.
All
Uh,
right. All right.
which I know I'm gonna get a lot of people like. I just find it because like I have people like if I say I prefer Last of Us 2 over Ghost of Tsushima without giving what.
That's I think that's a pretty hot take, I would say.
Well, like what's weird is like I know plenty of people that prefer Last of Us 2 over Ghost of Tsushima.
Really?
Yeah.
I I don't know if I can agree, but I mean, I can understand preferring it. I don't know if I can agree with it being better.
I'm vengeance.
I'm just saying, I agree. I mean, I'm fine with preferring it, but I don't know about better. That's what I'm trying to say.
I just like don't because like to be honest, like I like the story, but like I don't feel as much emotion as I do with the story in Last of Us 2.
Okay. Okay. I
And
understand.
then, of course, there's the people complaining about Last of Us 2 being woke, which is
I don't know
just
about that. But
stupid. Which I just think they just. I wish that woke wasn't even a word.
Yeah, it gets over. It just gets thrown around a lot.
Yeah.
And it really shouldn't. So yeah, like not everything is woke.
Yeah, um what else do people say? Like, they say just about anything is woke
Yeah, that's true.
nowadays. Like,
Everything.
uh cat like I remember when they announced Jeffrey Wright was cast as Gordon and the Batman.
Oh
Everyone
yeah,
was
I remember that.
A lot of people were throwing the word
Sadly,
woke.
sadly, I do remember that.
Yeah. And then they call the woke people soy boys or whatever. I don't know where did the word woke even come from?
I really don't know. I'm not the right person to ask. But
You tend to be outside of the whole.
yes, I really do. I
I
just stay in
try
my
to stay
corner.
outside of it, but like,
I just stay in like the various communities I'm in, and that's kind of it. That's really all where I stay.
I try to like film Twitter is like you step in like
It's
there's
insane.
I've seen like one person in particular. uh I don't know if I should say his name or not.
I would say maybe not say the name.
Yeah, but like I remember I like saw you constantly and like he was talking about how he was like protecting Spider-Man from the toxic fans and all that.
Oh, him. I. uh,
Meanwhile, being a toxic fan.
Michael B. Michael B. is he's pretty well known. He's pretty infamous. Honestly, he doesn't have that many bad takes. If I'm being honest, he can be kind of based sometimes, but he's he's a person for sure. He's
This is Raiden's
wow.
end.
Uh, yeah. He's very well known. He's very well known. And that's all I will say about him. He's very well known. He's very well known. He also has some interesting things. I don't know.
What?
I've seen some interesting takes from him, not regarding media.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Let me guess. Politics.
kind of. It's something to do with politics, but
Yeah, that guy is like. I remember, like, I watched you and him have like this argument on. And, like, I was losing my brain cells. Like,
was it Spider-Man or?
Yep.
I think that was back when I did a lot of Spider-Man stuff. I don't really do that anymore.
It was around the time when you did that stream with Jaren.
I've seen the weirdest takes, man. Like
I see the weirdest.
Like Batman Begins is a boring ninja thriller. It's insane. Far From Home is like third best MCU movie or something. I don't know, but yeah,
I kind of like that movie.
He's kind of fun, to be honest. It's kind of fun to interact with him, if I'm being completely honest.
Oh, I wouldn't say it's not fun interacting. Like, I haven't had like the biggest interaction with him, but the times I have, it's just like he's so arrogant, just like most of film Twitter.
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
And did you see the new Looney Tunes trailer?
I did. Well, I saw like the preview of it. I didn't actually see the trailer, but it looks okay. I would say.
Yeah, to be like, I like the first Space Jam, but I'm kind of aware that it's dated as heck.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Um, it's just like, and it kind of looks like a Ready Player One type.
Yeah.
It's like you got all like the Game of Thrones logo shows up in the trailer, and then like Don Cheadle is in the movie.
Oh, yeah. That should be fun. But yeah, overall, it looks not bad. I would say.
I mean, it looks bearable at least.
Yeah, I would agree.
I just hope that it's not unbearable like a lot like uh some of the thing like I don't know if you saw The Little Things
I
with
did not.
Denzel and yeah, that
No.
movie was I did not
Torture?
like that. I wouldn't go as far as to say it was torture, but it was just one of those things where the entire time I'm watching it, I'm like, can I just watch Seven?
I see.
Like, I'd rather watch Seven than watch. And, like, I don't even plan on watching The Little Things again.
Okay. Okay. I understand it.
And I think that's about it for the podcast. Do you have anything you want to add?
Not really, but thanks for having me on.
No problem. So before we go, I guess repeat the information you said at the beginning.
You can find me on all the socials: Instagram, Twitter, or Letterboxd, at CertainVids. So feel free to check me out there. YouTube is CertainVids as well. Video essays and short films, and if you want to check me out, that'd be appreciated. But yeah, thanks again for having me on.
And watch Serial.
Oh yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, I'm working on the next short film, so preoccupy yourself with Serial. Wait for title to be revealed to come out.
And I will just say this about Serial. It has a scene that, because of modern times, I was on the edge of my seat. I won't
Oh,
spoil
really?
it for you guys. I won't. I'm not going to spoil it for you guys here. You have to watch until the part where he exits his car.
Oh, I understand. I understand.
Or you could just read
Yeah.
my letterbox review.
Yes. Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
So please leave a like on this video and subscribe. I am working on getting this podcast distributed out to Spotify and all those. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.